Meow.
Bum 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 ba da dun da dun dun dun. Bum
Meow.
bum 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 bum. Has your audio been tested enough?
Hello?
No? Has it not been tested enough? Do you need more audio?
I thought it wasn't hearing me for a second.
You weren't hearing it hearing you.
Alright, sounds fine. Hello, people. It's us, Two Bros Game. I'm your host, Younger Bro.
I'm your other host, Older Bro.
And we're back shiny hunting in Pokemon Scarlet Violet, where
Yes,
we're
we are.
going after Mushroom Rock still.
Yes, we are.
So,
I mean, to be fair, we just started on this mission literally the last minute.
So if Mr. B appears, we might do a Union Circle.
Apparently, the new internet device we've gotten has improved the internet in my room to at least an extent where Younger Bro can connect to the internet.
Okay.
It is a strange feeling.
2.
Hold on.
Herb sausage.
Aren't you looking for rock?
Hmm?
This is for psychic, right?
No, it's for rock.
Pretty sure it isn't.
I don't remember any fucking more.
Well, luckily we have a thing for this.
Let me see if I favorited any sandwiches. Oh, I did. Okay, you're right. You're right.
That's the wrong one. Oh, right. I put it in L already. I was gonna say, yeah, it's definitely on here. Fuck you talking about?
Right.
It's only fire, water, electric, and psychic that don't have sandwiches. Which is stupid.
For some damn reason.
Yeah, that's stupid. Cheese is easy. It's just cheese. Let us ask you a question. And basil is super easy. It's just 4 fucking leaves. You know, I should just never say words. Saying words is a problem every time I do them. Every time I say a word, fucked up. Well, we have no idea what this will do.
I hope it's not stingy. Please don't be.
Well, the items themselves cause the effect, so it's like it could be 1 or it could be not psychic or some weird shit.
No.
No, it is original.
Please do
it's
the
always
same
original.
thing.
Encounter power rock, level 1 though. So you did get rock. But yeah, the basil is apparently what's giving you rock level 2. So you can either go with rock level 1 or remake the sandwich.
Oh shit.
Yeah. This is a bad sandwich.
Fucking hate it.
Oh yeah, I forgot this one isn't original. I'm wrong. After I just went through saying that it was not original, that it was an unoriginal sandwich. Younger Bro's flipping things around. He wants his bacon on the bottom, his slabs of bacon. Yeah, the big problem is just the structure of this sandwich. Okay, and then, yeah, the lettuce. Just put it all over the center. Just don't put anything over the sides. Go.
Stupid sandwich. I hate it.
It's so fucking hell. It's so terrible. Oh, everyone hates these sandwiches. But they love the sandwich mechanic. Just not this bit. The Ultra BLT.
We
Good
got it.
Good to know, though, at the very least, the one we fucked up did still give us level 1.
Yeah, but we only missed one ingredient.
Yeah. That is true.
Okay.
On the other hand, though, I don't think there's many other rock types on this hill that would be affected by this. So
There's no others.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, on the plus side, we probably could have taken the level 1 and still been fine.
Actually, no.
But
That's rock type.
yeah,
It's
that's
water
fair.
rock.
Then we should get away from this area.
But it only appears there.
Thus why we should get away from this area. The rest of the areas are fine.
Yeah, it's very, very obvious.
Yeah,
Of a
it will
shiny.
be pretty much impossible to miss.
But anyway, guys, I accidentally posted about something I didn't want you guys to know until later. But yeah, so the PS5, its HDMI port is loose because I dropped it.
Yeah, younger bros screwed up and knocked it
It
over.
hasn't been counting any of... I forgot to hit
Start. Yeah,
So fuck it, we're at 281.
close enough.
Anyway, so my PS5 is going to have to be taken into the shop, and Spider-Man is now on hold.
So we now both have series on hold at the same time.
So we're just going to move on to the next game
Yeah.
that I can do. And it's an Xbox... Well, it's not an Xbox game, actually. It could have been an Xbox, but I have a PS2 version of it. I like how it says it's on the 360, but there's no physical version of the 360. It's only
Yeah.
saying that because some games can be backported on the 360.
Yeah.
Like, you can play Xbox original games on the
Yeah.
360.
Yep.
But, it has never had a 360 release.
Huh.
Or if it has, it's digital only.
Yeah, fair. Hey, look, it can also spawn here.
It's still near water.
Yeah, it's literally at that bridge and nowhere else. Sorry, at the river and nowhere else. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well today. Outside of besides younger bro, who is distraught as
Yeah,
previously
guys,
stated.
the same day I got Spider-Man 2 is the same day
Yep.
that I fucked over my PS5.
I mean, that is in fact the reason why you fucked over the PS5, because you were attempting to play Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, guys, like, I was trying to take my PS5 up to my room,
Yeah.
and I dropped it because I didn't unplug the HDMI cord, and it ripped
Yeah.
out my hands.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was not too happy.
Yeah. Yeah. It is technically still playable. We could play it. It's just that it is loose, and
Yeah, I don't want to keep it that way.
yeah, it is a good idea to get that fixed as soon as possible.
But the guy who's going to fix it, it's going to take him a couple weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the fact that he recommended another place to check, and they were just like, we don't even do that service. It's like, perfect.
It's not that they can't do it. They just said they don't have the part for it. And I'm just like, why can't you do what the guy I'm sending this PS5 to can do?
I'm presuming that they...
Like, you can't
it's
order a part. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
I'm presuming they just don't offer that service. They only do, like... It might have been a situation where, like, he was thinking, oh, you'll send it in and they can tighten the port. But if it needs replaced, they can't do it.
I said
don't know.
fixed or replaced. I worded it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't say it was broke. I said it was loose.
Yeah, it's like you shouldn't need a part to tighten a screw.
Oh, it's not a screw. So what it is, it's 4 prongs connected to a motherboard, 4 micro prongs.
Yeah.
And the only way you can fix them if it's loose is to solder it back on.
As a reminder, guys, this is why you should never solder these things directly onto the motherboard.
And I can't micro solder, and
No.
I'd have to learn how to do it effectively.
And I wouldn't recommend that you do any learning or anything of that nature on a system that you really want to work.
Yeah, like I tried fixing my PS2, successfully did so, then accidentally made a worse problem.
Yeah.
So I do not want to do that again.
Yep.
Especially on something more expensive.
Yeah. I don't
So-
trust myself to do repair work after I broke my 3DS, which was already pretty much broke anyways. Trying to repair it.
And
So-
and guys, I was talking to this about father. He was hearing how distraught I was because I was just
Yeah, I mean,
very upset.
Yeah, you failed to unplug a cord. You accidentally dropped it because of that, and like now it doesn't work. Of course, you're going to be very upset about that.
And father tried to blame me not being able to stream in here. And guys, that was not the issue. The issue was I just got 2 new games that I wanted to play that night, and I couldn't play them.
By the way, there are guys inside. That
I
Ariana.
saw them.
Just wanted to make sure.
Like, I got Spider-Man 2, I got Hogwarts Legacy. I was ready to play it. And
No.
I mean,
You
can I still
fucked.
play it? No, because I have to take it in tomorrow.
It's like, and no.
So if I wanted to play it, I'd have to play it tonight.
Yep.
And I honestly can't.
By the way, do you know the guy's hours tomorrow to take it in?
Yes, he said it works best by like 2 p.m. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So,
I'm assuming that means you're going to be taking it in early.
a little early, yeah, because I have to go a couple towns over.
Yeah.
So,
God
We
damn
can-
Blizzard.
we can record, it's just I'll have to cut us a little short.
Well,
maybe
that's
by
what,
an
that's what I
hour.
was trying to figure out was if you were going to go before we recorded or after we recorded. Like,
Well,
but yeah.
it's probably going to be during.
Yeah. But I just wanted to
then-
make sure that whether or not we were going to record in the morning or not. Like before you went. That's all. Is making sure. So, shouldn't be a problem. I mean, the game's not going anywhere. It's if you need to step out temporarily, it is fine. Sigh.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was a side though.
That's what I think it is. Can't believe you didn't encounter that.
Yeah, I was getting drugged down by the mountain.
Far over the misty mountains sold. I know, I can't remember the first word. In dungeons deep and caverns old. Or cold? I don't know. I'll have to look at the full lyrics again.
Yeah, guys, I'm pretty sure these are new spawns because I didn't remember that Hariyama being there.
I think so. Those you can't even all see.
Just named Hariyama. I'm gonna move a bit.
Yeah, I think you're all good.
Sorry, guys, I haven't been doing a good job calling on encounters. We are at 500 encounters.
Murkrow.
But yeah, guys, I am not happy.
Yeah. As you shouldn't be. There's Murkrow climbing up the mountainside. Or I guess flying, but whatever. They're pushing their way up by the skin of their beaks.
Whoa.
That's a double. By the skin of their beaks and the sweat of their brows.
But yeah, guys, I'm downloading some stuff to my PS5 at the moment, and before I take it in the shop, I want those downloaded. That way, when it gets back, I can play it.
Oh ho ho. Don't trust that. It's like, it's always possible that they somehow have to factory reset your fucking PS5 for some reason. So.
I mean, even if they do that, it's fine.
Yeah,
All my
it
shit
would just
is
take an hour and a half to, well, probably way longer than that to redownload everything.
yeah, it'll take more than a few days.
Yeah. I like how you keep like you dodge out as if you're dodging the trainer.
It's because I'm just used to it.
Yeah. She was like, let me just go around this trainer even though I've defeated him and can't revive him. We climbing up the mountain.
600 encounters.
You know, I will say, I get what they're going for with
I think we're sliding.
Koraidon? This one's Koraidon? This is Miraidon.
This one is Miraidon.
Yeah, I get what they're going for with Miraidon. They're going for a motorcycle look. They're going for like with turbo. How the fuck is the Pokemon exuding jet streams? Like,
I don't know.
what
it's
the fuck
to,
is coming out of it?
It's supposed to be futuristic or whatever.
Yeah, but it's not a machine. It's a living thing. So what is that? What gas is it exuding? Like,
it might be plasma.
that is, I think, sort of what they're going for. They're going for like a plasma-ish thing, but still, it's like you don't just have plasma shooting out of you as you move. Like, that's fucking weird. Like, just imagine if instead of this, it had like smoke coming out of it. It'd just be like, what the fuck?
It's just puffing smoke.
Yeah, it's 'cause it's a combustion engine as opposed to this, where it's Some kind of like, I don't know, hydrogen engine or something. Fusion reactor. Well, goodbye.
Whee!
Whee!
Yeah, sorry guys, there's not
that fourth one's lost.
much I can talk about. Like, I've been watching a playthrough for Spider-Man instead of playing it myself.
I mean, would
I'm
you
not
even
gonna
talk about it,
No.
even if you were playing it? So it's like,
I would just mention saying, hey, I'm playing it.
yeah,
Because I'm not spoiling nothing.
yeah, exactly. So it's like, I'm not sure that having a working PlayStation would cause you to have more to talk about. If anything, would have less for you to talk about because you wouldn't have and you wouldn't be able to talk about the broken PS5. Oh. Those would be an ass to get to.
But yeah, of all the stupid shit that can happen to me just when I'm about to play a new PS5 game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, definitely new spawns.
Well, to be fair, we've been away from this area for a little bit. I don't like if we're
Well, I
in,
mean, it
still
didn't
in
even
the same
spawn. It didn't even spawn the
vicinity.
Nacli that you saw coming down that short ramp back there. So it despawns them very quickly.
Basculin.
Yeah, really wish that they would evolve into the Basculegion that is the red
Drapey?
stripe form.
Drapey is probably the red spawn. Red spawn? The rare
Rare.
spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely new spawns.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like you barely went down the path and it respawned them.
Oh, axe you.
Axe you. Good luck.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, I don't quite understand how it gets, like, how you're getting stuck there. Like, I
It's
know what's
sweeping
happening.
me
It's like,
down
it's
the
like,
current, and then I'm getting stuck in the waterfall.
yeah, it's like pushing you into the collision somehow, and it's like, I don't. How was that not tested? Like, how did you miss that? Then again, didn't Breath of the Wild have, like, and still has to this day, that one part of geometry where they did not put collision
for
that mountain that we found, where we just fell into the mountain? Like, I'm pretty sure they've never patched that.
I can't remember it.
We were walking around. We found we were going up to like a rocky area, and there was just one little try that was just not there. There just was no collision, no texture. It was just an open, like, spot. See, we got into the behind the walls of the mountain, and we're just like, I'm pretty sure this isn't supposed to happen.
I vaguely know what you're talking about.
But, like, I'm pretty sure that never got fixed. So, when you have games this big,
there's bound to be some.
yeah, you're just gonna miss stuff because it's just impossible to check every single piece of collision in every single section of the map. That's the nice thing about having a good community that plays all your games and talks about stuff, because you get to see all that shit easily. There's guys inside the lion's pack.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Yeah, these guys are everywhere.
Yeah, I don't think there's encounter power level 3.
No.
What encounter power level 3 is the sparkling. Hey man, I'm still not telling everybody what we're at.
Yeah, you gotta think about that counter.
800 encounters.
Yeah. Younger bro's mind is out of shiny hunting right now.
Kinda is.
Which again is understandable. Love when the textures just reload. Yeah, those guys are definitely different. Yeah, it's like we didn't even go that far away from them and they reloaded. Like it's really short distance. Ow.
I like how it's saving me running.
Yep. I mean, it needs to save something. Okay. Yeah, the blizzard, I think you said, even makes it a shorter distance to despawn, right?
Hmm?
Like the blizzard distance? Or like sandstorm distance? That?
No, it just makes it harder to see her.
Oh, okay. I thought one of them, blizzard or sandstorm, actually decreased the distance of, like, despawning. So, like, it gets even smaller.
No,
like,
with Bramlin, it made despawning quicker because it would just blow by.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Because it's really windy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, the blizzard is actually kind of detrimental.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But it's actually...
Visibility sucks.
But this place, I like shiny hunting here.
I mean, we
appears
get quite a
very
few numbers. And
often.
yeah, and it's just walking around, so. Nice and easy. We get to sit back and have nice and peaceful conversations. Which, you know, is nice.
But yeah, I guess I can talk about what happened to me with my order.
Uh-huh.
So guys, I pre-ordered the Spider-Man game, and it came with the digital deluxe edition, and only the digital deluxe edition. No physical copies.
Yep.
So I have to go get the physical copy.
Yeah, they companies almost never give you the physical and digital. Or the only times they do that is when they give you the physical and then give you the digital for free alongside the physical. But generally, they don't do that
It gave me
anymore.
a case for the physical, and it didn't come with it.
Well, that may be
900
because there
encounters.
is no physical.
No, there is.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, you gotta understand. Companies have been trying to get rid of discs for quite a long time.
I know, but trust me. There is. I've
Well,
seen it.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is, companies have been trying to get rid of the discs for quite a long time because you actually can't store the games on the discs. Like, for example, when you get the Spider-Man or the Spider-Man 2 disc,
I know, it's downloading it from the store.
it just goes to, it just links to the store and downloads the game to the hard drive of the console.
But you can't play it without the disc, though.
Yes, which is incredibly stupid. It's like, if you basically downloaded the digital version for me, why do I need the disc again? Like,
but yeah, the reason I don't want the digital version is just like taking up space on my shelves, it takes up space on the console.
right,
and
but what I'm saying is that the
less
physical
space.
takes up space on your console, and it takes up the same amount of space.
I know,
that's
but
what I'm
I
trying
can
to explain to
delete
you.
it and immediately reinstall it any time with the disc.
And you can do that with the digital. Your PlayStation Store stores
I know, but I
all
don't
the
like
games.
doing it with the digital. If it's digital only,
Right.
then I keep it on the console.
I know. I'm just saying that it's like,
Because I don't want to get rid of it. If I get rid of it, then the store could go down at any point, and I'd have to re-get it again.
right. But that's the point. Is if the store goes down and you have the physical version, you still can't get the game again because it's not on the disc. That's what I'm saying. If they close, like if you delete the Spider-Man 2 game and they close down the PS5 store and you put the disc in, it won't work. Like, the disc only connects to the store to download the game to the console. So if they close the store and you don't have it installed to the game, owning the disc is just as worthless as owning the digital version, because it is the digital version. Like, there is no difference anymore. Nintendo is the only company, and there are some small games, I will say. Some independent publishers and stuff like that have small enough games they can just put it on the disc and they don't actually download the console. So it's not universal. But Nintendo is one of the few companies where the whole game is on the cartridge. It doesn't install stuff to the console. Unless you get one of those games that's like, game 1's on cartridge, games 2 and 3 are download. So it's like, for Nintendo, if you buy the cartridge, you can play that forever. But for PlayStation, if you buy the Spider-Man you're saying Spider-Man PS5, it's not Spider-Man PS5. If you buy the Spider-Man 2 disc, and you delete it from the console, and the store goes down, that game is worthless. So it's like, once the PS5 store stops working, that disc is worthless. Like, if you tried to resell it, it has no value, because it doesn't download anything.
Well, the good thing about PS5 is they do move the games from previous stores to the newer store.
Yes, for now.
1,000 counters.
But there's no guarantee they will permanently keep doing that. That's the nice thing. I was happy when you tried to explain to me that, like, apparently the Xbox Series X still emulates, like, original Xbox One, like the original Xbox games.
It emulates every Xbox game.
Yeah, which to me is
Kinect.
like, yeah, which to me, well, yeah, but Kinect needs the Kinect.
But if they make a Kinect, then it could.
Yeah, it could do that. But yeah, like, that's insane to me, of just a concept of, like, what do you mean they have perpetual emulation? And I was like, oh right, this is Microsoft. Microsoft never deprecates anything. I say that, however, they actually have deprecated things in Windows 11, which kind of pissed me off. Did you know, by the way, you can... So, did you ever do the thing where you'd have a file, and you would drag it up into the address bar to put it in, like, a previous folder? Like, say you're in folder C, which is in folder B, which is in folder A, and you want to move a file from folder C to folder A. So you go up to the address bar, and you hover over folder A in the, like, C drive, users, younger bro, this folder, and you want to move it to users. You can't do that anymore. Like, they've just completely gotten rid of that. And I don't understand why. Like, why can I not drag the file from here to there? I can still do it on the left bar. Why can't I do it on the top bar?
I don't think I used that feature that much.
Yeah, because now what I have to do is I have to take the file, put it on my desktop, then switch to the folder I want, and pull it from the desktop and put it in the folder. And it's like, or I could just directly put it in the folder. It was right there.
Or you can, since you have 2 screens, just have the folder open.
Yeah, I'd have
twice.
to double open the file. Like, I have to open the original folder and the new folder and move it from one screen to the other screen.
That's what I do.
But it's just like, it's extra steps. It's just like, this is stupid. It was a nice feature. It's been there for, like, I don't know how many Windows editions. Why would you get rid of it? Like,
Knew it.
as I say, we're at about 38, so that makes sense. Like, look. I'm gonna be... Yeah,
No,
this
I'm
guy.
getting you the fuck out of my way.
Yeah, that's fair. Just, please die. Look, I applaud Microsoft never deprecating services. Or in quotes, never deprecating services. Again, they do occasionally deprecate things, but, like, I think it has to be flat.
I'm on a slope.
Yeah. This area might be flat enough. Yeah. Look, I applaud Microsoft whenever they're like, hey, Microsoft's policy has always been, you should never have to buy new hardware when you buy a new computer. Like, you buy a new computer, that should not mean you have to buy a new monitor. That should not mean you have to buy a new printer. That should not mean you have to buy a new mouse. Again, there's some exceptions to that because obviously, you know, they got rid of the old mouse port that has the 5 pins, and so you had to get a converter, or you just bought a new mouse. So it's not perfect, but, like, yeah, in general, if you have hardware that worked on DOS, you can still use it on modern Windows 11. Like, I applaud that. That said, it's not gone. It's still there. That has to fall off. There's no way that's gonna stick forever. That's. No, don't tempt fate. Move your fucking basil.
That's why I didn't want to move it.
I know, but you don't want the cheese to fall off. It's hanging on by a fucking pixel. Unfortunately, that means you're going to get Encounter Power 1, as we found out last time. Like... I just didn't want you to put all the basil there, because it could shift the cheese enough to fall off. So I was like, don't put it all right there. Yeah, this is the problem with this sandwich, is that there isn't... Well, actually, okay, hold on. Let's think about this more strategically. Why don't we just put the basil between the bacon? And then put the tomato over the top of it. Like, we don't need to try to put the basil on top. We've got the space. Because you're leaving gaps. So, like, you can just put all the basil in those gaps.
I think the game's glitched a bit.
Could be. It's just like... Notice that the basil occasionally pushes the fucking...
No! No!
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. Did you save?
It auto-saves.
When you enter? Okay, good. Yes, the software can be played. Yeah, that's fair. We're just like, fuck you. Game just like, you're thinking strategically. I don't like that. It's like, just fuck off. No!
Fucking hate this shit. I fucking hate it. This is one of the worst fucking mechanics I've ever experienced in any fucking Pokemon game.
Yeah. And there's been some bad mechanics in Pokemon, but, like, yeah, this is... I don't understand why Nintendo would, like... I know, it's not technically... It saved you down here. And I know technically Game Freak made the game. It's not the point. I'm not going to specify whether it's Nintendo or Game Freak or Pokemon Company that came up with any fucking feature. Don't care. I don't understand why they decided, you know what we should put into a game? Let's set our shiny hunting behind a physics puzzle. let's make it so that you can't shiny hunt effectively unless you basically play Jenga. Like, physics in games, like, look at how fucking stuttery this shit is. Like, as I say, you might have to put it all there now because the other side's a little bit small. Okay. That worked. Yeah, that's... Fucking shit! Yeah. Like, this kind of shit. Hate this! It's like, this is fucking stupid. This is bullshit! It's like, why? Just fucking why? Why does the fucking sandwiches... Oh my god! Why does the fucking sandwiches have collision? Like, why is this a mechanic? Why wouldn't you just build the sandwich with a build this sandwich button? Like, who decided? Yes, let's make you buy all these ingredients and then waste your money attempting to stack these ingredients in a way where the ingredients don't fall off.
Yeah, I wish it would just
Like,
instantly make the fucking sandwich.
It is, like, again, I love everything about this system overall in terms of making these sandwiches, but it's just like, stacking puzzles with this kind of physics have been bad in almost every game they've ever been done in. Why would you do it? Like, just why? And I guess I understand why. They had the curry mechanic where you had to make curry. But it's like, you basically couldn't fail the curry mechanic in the last game. But this is very easily failable just because, hey, I want to have a level 2 rock encounter power sandwich, and this is the sandwich that you've given me. I guess we could just find a sandwich. We can make our own sandwich that does encounter power 2 rock and just see if it's better than this. But, like, yeah, the fact that, yeah, as I say, we might, yeah, it's like apparently putting basil in the area that would be perfectly suitable to putting basil in and help not let it fall off is a bad idea. Just too late. Roll with it. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird to me that you can pull off a different thing. Also, as a reminder, the bread hitting the plate has collision. So it can actually slightly adjust your sandwich. Yeah.
And then like, going through all this. This is why I fucking close and reopen the game, because it's so much fucking faster than going through this shit again.
Yep. No, you're right. Well, it's faster. You don't waste ingredients. Like, there's just objectively no reason why you shouldn't do that.
I don't like to do it, but...
Yeah, but it's like...
It's giving me no fucking choice.
Yeah.
Here we go. Encounter power level fucking 2.
Yep, for a rock. Like, look, you know what would actually make a better sandwich making experience? It auto builds the sandwich, but you have to figure out what the ingredients are. It doesn't give you the recipes. It's literally just, you choose bread, you choose your sauces, you choose your topping, and then it builds the sandwich out of those toppings.
That's supposed to be terrestrialized.
Yeah, it is. That's weird. Like, it would still have a puzzle mechanic, but it wouldn't cause you to have to fucking stack the sandwich arbitrarily and be easily failable. Yeah, it would just be a puzzle of, like, which ingredients should I use? Almost like the previous game where they made curry, where that was the fucking mechanic.
Yeah, I got so fucking pissed off I threw my goddamn phone.
I mean, I think people heard that, so I don't... But I don't know if they knew you threw your phone, but I guess they definitely heard that you were very pissed off.
Yeah, I threw the controller and the fucking phone.
Yeah.
Like, this is fucking ludicrous.
Yeah, it really is not.
And imagine doing that with the sparkling herb.
Oh yeah, that's just basically you just give up on life. It's just like, I spent all this time to get this damn herb, and now it's fucking wasted because the sandwich fell apart.
I'm just not having a fucking
Yeah.
good week.
Yeah, really, you're not. Like,
So let me tell you how it all started. So Monday, I get put on the lane that I just have a personal vendetta against.
Yep.
The whole reason I hated it was because it just doesn't have any air conditioning.
it's just a very hot lane.
And a lot of lanes don't have it, but just this specific lane, I just don't like it.
Yeah, no cross breeze, no bentane. It's just bad.
Just don't like it.
Sure.
And that's lane 140.
Yep.
So I get put on it all day.
Yep.
Everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Perfect.
So where do I even start?
I'm guessing you were put on the lane alone, and it was a very high volume.
No, it wasn't that bad.
Surprisingly.
Like the highest I got was like a 0.7 something.
All right. Well, you got 3. Wow.
So, I mean, 0.7s at our work are bad.
Yeah, but like that's doable. As one
It
person.
only
It
gets
just sucks.
really bad if you get behind, and
Yeah.
I got behind.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what happened. So, I did have a chemical spill. I had that happen, but it wasn't very much, so I didn't really worry about it.
Yeah.
That was the first thing that happened. Next thing that happened, my light wouldn't work, so I was
Perfect.
working in the dark.
Yeah. Perfect.
Let's see. The next thing that happened after I look at the not roly-poly.
Nacli.
Yeah, Nacli. Oh, I had so I had boxes collapse from inside an RT. So I had that happen.
Perfect.
So I was
That's a pain in the butt.
So I was just like, okay, I'll just top on it. Like I threw all the boxes back in, as many as I could. Didn't worry about the stacking.
Yep.
Then I started to have several issues where I couldn't get the RTs in.
Yep.
So I'm struggling with my RTs.
Yeah. So now you're very behind because.
Yo, that's it! Let's go!
Yeah.
Let's go!
Let's save that before it
1,
falls
2,
off the
3,
mountain.
4. That's it, number 1! Number 1! Woo! That's 1,146 encounters. Let's
Nacli
go!
number 1.
Okay, so a couple rows later.
Yep.
Strap breaks.
Yep.
So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'll just get a new strap. Was fine after that. Kept having RT issues where they wouldn't fit.
Yep.
This one RT, I had to put a zip tie on it, to keep it from unhooking itself. We do that all the time.
Sure.
So that's not the issue.
129.
The issue is when I try to put it in, of course it gets stuck.
Yep.
As I'm struggling with it, the zip tie breaks. I'm like, great. So zip tie breaks, and it collapses that RT. Pick it up, redo the whole thing. I try to shove it in, and guess what happens?
It broke.
The RT fucking broke.
Yep.
Collapsing every box in that RT. So I get a new RT. I stack that. I successfully put it in.
It broke.
No. I did have something else happen with the RT. Oh, yeah. So it wasn't the same RT.
Yep.
A few minutes later, RT tips.
Yep.
Had to pick it all up, shove it in a different RT because that's the quickest way to do it, and shove that in.
Is this also the day you put in your 2-week notice there?
Same day I put in 2-week notice.
Yep, that's why. You told them that you were leaving, so the building cursed you.
And it was on the lane I hated.
Yep. That's part of the curse. Every possible thing went
What's
wrong.
the name of the evolution called? Because I have to start a new hunt because it's a different hunt, technically.
You can't just go from Nacli and go +1? It doesn't do stuff like that?
No, I'd have to freaking manually, by hand, go down through all 1,000 different Pokemon, and it takes a while. It has to load.
That feels like an oversight.
Yeah, so I need to know the name.
Nacli stack. So just type NACL. It should pop up. Does it do a search where if you type in NACL?
I got it.
Yeah. I was gonna say it should pop up all three.
It'd be funny if I got Nacli stack. Like I didn't get Nacli.
You could. That's the thing. That's an important question. Are you counting the Nacli stack as part of the hunt for Nacli stack?
I mean, it is just Nacli stack hunt.
Well, yes, but it's like we weren't counting it for the Nacli. So the question is, so we now are counting it for this one. Because, I mean, it is.
I mean, all I need is 2 Nacli stack.
Yeah.
Now, I don't need a Nacli.
Yeah, you don't. That's what I'm saying.
But if I find one, I get it.
It's just a shortcut. So, we now, instead of counting 4 at a time, we now have 5 at a time.
Okay. Oh, am I going to count Nacli?
Yeah, I'm saying, are you counting Nacli as one of the Pokemon that you're seeing, given that it's now...
I probably should.
Because you weren't counting them for Nacli, because that wasn't a Pokemon.
Yeah,
like, Nacli stack wasn't one for Nacli, but it is for
I am
itself.
now counting it.
So it's... Yeah, that's what I was asking. I was like, oh, yeah. We've just increased the number of Pokemon we're counting, I guess.
Okay, but anyway.
Yeah, where's Psyduck? So, it was Psyduck.
So, yeah, all of that happened.
Yep. Pain in the ass.
So, I've had an endless stream of bad luck this entire week. The only good luck I had was I finally got the 10s.
Yep.
I said I was going to get,
Mm-hmm.
but I accidentally got them a week ahead of time.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And because of what happened Monday, I got something a little extra. I got the newest Charizard GX box.
Sure.
I love the promo Charizard. Like, it is one of the best looking Charizard cards I've ever seen.
Yep.
But it only comes... Like, it's for Obsidian Flames.
Sure.
It only comes with 2 Obsidian Flame packages.
That's pretty stingy.
And the rest of it is Scarlet and Violet base set and Scarlet and Violet Paldea Evolved.
Yeah, I mean...
I got some decent pulls.
I was going to say, it's not bad, but just like, yeah, it's kind of stingy.
I got some decent pulls, but... I pulled something on the very, very last pack, and it was Obsidian Flames. And...
Yeah.
It
By
blew...
the way, your extra cards up there are freely takeable.
Okay. Yeah, it blew every other pull I pulled.
Yep.
Except for one, maybe. It kind of tied. I pulled a trainer gallery card that I wanted the most in a specific set.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name it. Because,
I mean, there's only 3 sets that you could possibly be talking about, and so all they have to do is look for whatever Marnie, Poppy, or any other girl card that is in those sets. That's probably the one you're talking about.
No, so the 10s had different packs. They had Silver Tempest, and they had...
Oh, they had older sets, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so this could even be Sword and Shield cards.
No. Wait, yes.
I was going to say,
sorry,
yes,
I'm
man.
tired.
It's Silver Tempest.
I'm
is
tired and I'm
definitely-
pissed off.
Yeah, I know. It's like... Look, I was questioning it for a second. I was like, am I just insane?
Anyway, guys, I'm like 5 Pokemon card videos behind, and I need to upload them to TikTok.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. I have been nonstop. Well, okay, I've had a couple breaks here and there, but I've been nonstop editing the mobile series, and it is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Basically, everything else is not important. So I have to get the mobile series done first, then I can do the cards and upload them.
Yeah.
What that means is, guys, if I order the next Search for Marnie, which that should be the next opening we do, I could buy it, but it's going to be a while before we record it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we could record it, but I won't be able to upload it for some time.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's kind of nothing we can do.
Oh, by the way, we hit 100 encounters not that long ago.
Yeah.
And now we're at
Good to know.
200 encounters.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to go a little bit faster, given that we have one extra Pokemon
That we're counting.
account. Because Nacli never shows up on its own. It always comes with Nacli Stack. So
No, it shows up on its own occasionally.
yeah, okay. Fair.
Where it's 3 instead of 5.
I was gonna say, but I think that's usually it's stuck. Like the Nacli Stack is stuck in the collision. That's usually an error, more than it's like a feature.
But guys, I knew this hunt wasn't gonna be that bad. So finding it in 30 minutes, that's not bad.
Yeah, probably closer to like 40. Oh, actually, how long did your app say?
It was like 37.
Okay.
But still, not
Yeah.
bad.
Not bad.
Oh my god. But yeah, guys, it has just been a really bad week for me. So
Well,
I
hey,
got a
you
shiny.
already have a shiny. That's a good.
And
a
I
good,
pulled-
thing.
and I pulled something amazing out of Pokemon cards. So
Yeah.
Could I be happier? Yeah.
Younger bro being like, I mean, it's been this is a good start to making the week better, but we're not there yet.
No. I mean, I guess I had a bit of fun today.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and younger sis went out to record one of the next mobile series, and even though I do not like this game, me and younger sis had fun.
That's good.
Yeah, I kind of didn't want to go on my own, so I convinced younger sis to play with me.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, I don't know who else would have played with me.
Yeah.
Like, Croc may have, but he's usually busy on the weekends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a problem. Yeah, given that it's an in-person kind of game, it's like
300 encounters.
Yeah. Like, I think there'd be a lot more people if it was just one of those mobile games. It's just like, oh yeah, we just connect as friends in like a guild or whatever.
I mean, they have that.
Yeah, but it's just like,
But the problem is, me and younger sis, we kind of discovered we're pretty much the only people that play it in our town.
Yeah.
Like, they have,
it is not. I mean, let's just say it this way: it's not Pokemon Go big, like, and even that, there's probably still a lot of people that play it in our town, but like,
it may have, it has close to Pokemon Go players. Like, it has a shit ton of players. Let me be clear. It is a very popular game.
just not here.
Yeah. For whatever reason. The reason we deducted that we're the only players in town is they also have gyms.
Yeah.
Nothing was in them. There was like 3 of them. Nothing.
There are no people. Yeah, it would be like going to a town for Pokemon Go and finding nothing.
Yeah. So we are
that's
probably the
pretty bad.
only players in our town.
Yeah. I wonder how the other Niantic game's doing. The like Hogwarts skin of Pokemon Go. Like, how's that one doing in terms of?
I have not heard about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd heard about it, but I've not heard any more since.
Yeah, like, since its release, I've heard nothing.
Yeah, just like,
Like, guys, I love Harry Potter. Like, I'm a bigger fan now than I was in the past few years.
Yeah, but it's still just a
Pokemon Go clone. I don't want to play it.
Yeah, why would you play the exact same game again? It's just like, no.
But tell you what, guys, if we get requests or if I want to check it out, I'll have at least one season for it.
Assuming that the game still exists by then.
I have no promises.
Yep.
400 encounters. Because, yeah, I do not subscribe to more than one type of Pokemon Go game. Pokemon Go is... It feels perfect for Pokemon Go, like, for it to be Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, and here's the other thing.
It just doesn't work well for other franchises.
Well, and there's a reason for that. Pokemon Go was designed from the ground up to be what people have wanted Pokemon to be. People have always said, like, oh, we want an MMORPG. We want to be able to go and like the Pixelmon was super popular for quite a long time because it's like, oh, we get to go into Minecraft and see all these Pokemon roaming around, and
it still kind of is.
Yeah, but like, that's what people have wanted for a long time, and Niantic said, we can do that, and that's what it is. It's literally just in-world MMORPG Pokemon. You go around, you find Pokemon in the wild, you catch them, you battle trainers. Well, you don't really battle trainers exactly, but you know what I mean. It's like you do the in-world like gym fights.
Yeah, and all these Pokemon Go clones, they are copying nearly to a T.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't like that. You might have some subtle differences, but it's still the same kind of game.
Yeah, it's like you are not going to get the same experience because Pokemon is the biggest media franchise in the world, and people want to play Pokemon Go for the Pokemon. Hell, you have to remember, Niantic added Shadow Pokemon, a Pokemon that is literally suffering, and people said we would rather not purify it because it's cool and they want those. They don't want them purified. Like, yeah. It's just, Pokemon's always been, gotta catch them all, and that's it. That is what the franchise is. And Pokemon Go is another avenue at catching them all. But this time it's in world.
Yeah, like, I've seen, like, copycats for games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people copy what Fortnite does all the time, and it occasionally works out.
Yeah. But there's
but
not
for
yet
specifically Pokemon Go, there's
not yet been a game that does it nearly as well as Pokemon.
The closest you get is Jurassic World Alive.
Yeah.
Like, that one's pretty big. But I also hate that game.
Yeah.
500. And I love Jurassic World. It is my favorite franchise on this earth, besides Pokemon. And Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
I love Jurassic Park. I didn't want it to be a Go-style game.
Yeah.
What I want Jurassic Park to be is what Jurassic World Aftermath is.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a horror RPG where you are playing as a guy and you are being hunted by these animals.
Yeah.
And that's what Jurassic World Aftermath was, and I think it is one of the most perfect Jurassic World games you could ever play.
Yeah.
Like, it is hard to beat Jurassic World Aftermath. I mean, besides Jurassic World Evolution. Like, Jurassic Park works with two types of games. RPGs and builders. As a Pokemon Go clone, it's still kind of an RPG, but it is a Pokemon Go clone RPG. And it doesn't work.
Yeah, well, and again, that's the problem, is that Pokemon Go is just so fundamentally designed around collecting all the Pokemon. So you need a franchise. If you wanted to have any franchise that could possibly do the game right, it has to be something that has Pokemon levels of collectability, and Jurassic Park doesn't.
It
yeah,
does.
dinosaurs
Here's
exist,
the thing.
but
It does. You collect all the dinosaurs. That's
yes,
what it is.
I get it.
However,
but dinosaurs aren't as collectible as Pokemon. Like, just fundamentally.
However, get this. So, in Jurassic World Alive, that is what the game is called, you shoot darts at a dinosaur, and you cannot catch it if you don't get all the DNA for it. And there's no guarantee that every time you encounter a dinosaur, you would get all the DNA right away.
Yeah, which also, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, because that doesn't make any sense from a logic standpoint. If we're assuming this game takes place in a world where dinosaurs are just natural creatures roaming around, why the fuck do you care about having its whole DNA sequence? You're not creating them.
Oh, and it gets worse. So they have 3 tiers. They have common, rare, and epic.
Yeah.
Epic is basically legendary.
Yeah.
For epics, they are event dinosaurs. All of them.
Yeah.
You only get a certain number of tries before you fail it, and you have to wait for the next event period before you can attempt it again.
I mean, that's also Pokemon Go, frankly.
But you can catch any Pokemon at any time. In raids, you just need to beat it, and you can catch it. But they have multiple of that raid, and you can do it however many times you want.
Yeah.
In Jurassic World Alive, they limit you to like 9 uses. And they need to up it to like 15. Or else you don't get that dinosaur for that period.
Yep.
600 encounters.
But yeah, it's like...
So...
Yeah, like
Jurassic World Alive, even though it is very popular, people like it, and it is a unique idea, it is just fundamentally, to me, a worse game than Pokemon Go.
Yeah. But yeah, I still wouldn't say that I'd say dinosaurs are as collectible as Pokemon. And that's the problem, is I don't know if there's almost anything that's as collectible as Pokemon.
If you think about it, if you're playing through Jurassic World Evolution, you are technically collecting the dinosaurs' DNA to get them.
Yes, but it's just like...
But to go out and get them, like physically, like Jurassic World Evolution does that. You just send your expedition team.
Yeah.
They go to they go to a fossil site. They dig up their own DNA. And if you get enough of it, then you can get the dinosaur yourself. And guess what? They don't limit you.
Well, and also, and technically, they even have the wild hunting sections in like Evolution in some of their missions, where it's like, oh, go capture this dinosaur that's roaming around in the wild and put it in your park.
Yeah,
like, even that shit exists in that game.
Yeah, they just trank it and bring it to you.
Yeah, so it's like that's like, yeah, they even have that side of things. So it's like, yeah, there's literally nothing in here that's not already in these other games and better.
Yeah, Jurassic World Alive to me is just not as good as a game than Jurassic World the game, Jurassic World Evolution, or Jurassic World Aftermath.
Yeah.
And Aftermath, I don't know if it was received that well.
I don't know. I mean,
like, guys, to me, I want it to go more.
Yeah.
I want to see a sequel for Jurassic World Aftermath.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a sequel for Jurassic World Alive.
I mean, you don't even want to see Jurassic World Alive.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like...
Yep. And again, guys, I'm sorry if you like it, but I don't. I can't get around it. It is a Pokemon clone, and I hate it for that reason. It will never be as good as Pokemon Go. It does have an opinion. I'll give it that.
Identity, you mean?
No, it has an opinion. It has a lot of users. Like, a lot of people do find it popular.
Okay, the word opinion is not correct here, but I don't know the correct word. It has a market, I think is what you're going for. Like, it has like a user base.
That's what I mean when I say it does have an opinion, and it is kind of battling Pokemon Go for the best Pokemon Go clone. Yeah. But
yeah, there is a reason for it to exist, but it's just like, but
But I
No.
cannot enjoy it to its full extent.
yeah. Yep.
Like, I just can't.
Yeah. No, it's like, yeah. Like I said, I can't think of any franchise in existence
Like, it is
off the
good.
top of my head that would make a good Pokemon Go clone.
Maybe Digimon. Digimon might be one.
Digimon, that's actually one of the worst examples. Digimon inherently is about not catching them all.
Then
For Digimon, you have one partner.
Yokai Watch.
Nah, nobody likes Yokai Watch. It died.
Uh,
Like, Yokai Watch couldn't beat Pokemon either.
Temtems.
It's still not Pokemon. Temtem's, like, or Temtem probably still has a, like, user base. But, yeah, it's like,
Yep. There's nothing else I can think of.
But yeah, that's the thing, is that you're on the right track, though. It's like, it has to be something that's another catch-em-all style game. It's like, there's not...
And you don't think about that when you think of Jurassic World.
No. And again, you even gave the best version of it, of just being like, oh yeah, it's like you collect all the dinosaurs. But it's like, you don't think of that when you're thinking of a Jurassic World game. The whole point of Jurassic World has never been about getting all the dinosaurs.
It's always been about building the park.
It's always been about building the park and the horror side of it, of like, oh yeah, they broke out and you need to run.
800 encounters.
Like, and yeah, so it's like, it doesn't really play, this game concept does not play to the strengths of this franchise. Well, unfortunately, guys, it is that time again. It is time for Younger Bro to get pissed off as he fails to build a sandwich over and over again.
I need to find a
A flat spot, yeah. This is like probably up here is a good spot where these guys are at.
Jeez.
There is a, I guess there's the platform down here.
I'm going to where the Weavile is.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I guess that
Actually,
works too.
here might be fine.
Yeah, if not, the tower area is flat. Perfect. Okay, well, let's see if Younger Bro can get the sandwiches to work again.
But, yeah. All in all, Jurassic World did not need to be a Pokemon Go game.
Nope.
Again, props for invention, but...
I mean, you can't even really give props to invention. It's a clone.
It's a clone.
It's not... What invention? They didn't invent anything.
Like, they have some things Pokemon Go doesn't. Like, they have a wider range than Pokemon Go.
That is some, loose...
Like, so for Jurassic World Alive, it's 200 meters from where you're at. Like, I can get a dinosaur from 200 meters away in any direction. And sometimes even outside.
Younger Bro's taking the, put on the basil a little bit earlier approach to... It's sliding!
Yep, and I just prevented it from doing that.
We hope. Like, I hope something didn't slide off the back, or we can't see it. That would actually be a pain in the ass. If it slid off the back, then it would just be unavoidable. There's no way you could even see that. Like, that would just be angering. I might be Younger Bro levels of angry if the basil just slides off the back of the sandwich.
I did get it.
Thank God.
Alright. But, yeah. I just don't want Pokemon Go clones.
Nope.
Like,
No, I get you. Look, I'm not... you're not wrong in any way. I agree with you. I support this man.
like, they're trying to capitalize on someone else's success by doing that.
Yep.
And again, like I said, Jurassic World is doing okay.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
Nope. Not a bit.
I think they're around like 20 million users or something like that last time I checked. Oh, I guess another style of game that Jurassic World has is shooter. Like the arcade games are just a shooter.
Yeah.
And there have been side-scrolling Jurassic Park games, but it's also a shooter. But I just say it's a really old style of Jurassic Park game where you're being hunted by the creature like in Jurassic World Aftermath.
Yeah. Well, and I could also imagine, like, so, for example, they have, like, they used to have it, I think they might still have them, at, like, Walmarts. They had the, like, arcade section where you could do, like, the deer hunting game. I could imagine seeing a game like that for dinosaurs, where it's like, oh, I'm being hunted by the dinosaurs. I'm going to get my gun and shoot it before I die. Like, you could do a horror
That's what it was.
shooter.
They had...
Yeah, it's like, that makes sense.
Like, the original arcade game was so possible, they had a remaster of it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
But again, it's fitting into one of those categories of it's a game about building the
900.
park, or it's a game about being hunted by the dinosaurs. This is neither.
Yeah, in Jurassic World Alive, you're not in any danger at all. Except in battles, I suppose. So, it's just not thrilling.
Yeah. So by the way, it's been a while since we talked about this. I think we talked about this on the channel. So we talk about all the time where we say, "Hey, Pokemon's the biggest media franchise in the world," and it is by a lot. So think of any media franchise you've ever seen, any movie, any video game, any anime, any
Star Wars.
hold on, I was gonna say any movies, video games, animes, cartoons. Trying to think of anything else that would apply here, but yeah, anything like that. Just try to name any of the top 10 outside of Pokemon.
Star Wars, Mario, Sonic.
Star Wars is number 4.
SpongeBob.
Sonic and Mario are not in the top 10
How?
because they don't make much money. Mario doesn't make much money because it's a first-party title to sell the console. So Mario. I'll put a scale on this. Pokemon is a nearly $90 billion franchise. Mario, 8.6. It's a tenth of Pokemon. Sonic, 5.7.
Thousand counters.
So almost half of Mario. Okay, any others? You said Mario, you said Sonic.
I doubt it, but Jurassic Park, Jurassic World.
Jurassic Park, which I believe includes Jurassic World. I believe it includes the entire franchise. 8.8. Higher than Mario by $0.2 billion.
Godzilla.
I don't know what that's on. Okay, so Godzilla is on there twice. The original movie, 2.7.
I'm talking like in the now Godzilla.
Monsterverse, in the now, 2.1.
That would have been more. Marvel.
MCU is on here. So, by the way, I never said anything before, but Star Wars, number 4.
You did say.
I don't think I actually said that it was number 4.
No, you did.
46 billion. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, number 9. 32 billion.
I don't know, but DC.
DC, nowhere near the top 10. 7.7.
1,100. Dragon Ball.
No. Dragon Ball barely makes more money than Mario. Dragon Ball is not that big.
That is very surprising.
$9.4. Although, you will be happy to know, it is more popular than Angry Birds, which is right below it.
I doubt it, but Despicable Me.
Minions is 11.3. It is more popular than Dragon Ball. Sorry, I should be clear. By more popular, I mean has higher sales.
Specifically Spider-Man.
$25. Yeah, Spider-Man does count as on its own, and it is very big.
All right, so it's in top 25. It's literally number 25.
No. 25 billion.
Oh.
It's 13th.
One Piece.
No.
Mickey Mouse.
Number 2.
Garfield.
52 billion.
All right, Garfield.
So it's about it's about 2/3 of Pokemon. No. So to go over the top 10.
1,200.
Just to go over what the top 10 are. Pokemon, Mickey Mouse, Winnie the Pooh at 48.5 billion. We went over Star Wars. Number 5 is Disney princesses. Just the princesses. And that's 45.4. Number 6 is Anpaman. It's a Japanese, I believe. It is a Japanese picture book cartoon franchise.
Never heard
It
of
is not in the U.S.
That's why I didn't hear of it.
38.4 million. Seven. Harry Potter.
Of course.
34. Number 8. Barbie. 33.9. Number 9, I already said, was MCU. Number 10, Call of Duty. 31 billion.
Huh.
So, yeah. Yeah. Pokemon is the biggest media franchise by a significant margin. Anything else you can think of, not bigger than it. Candy Crush, on this list, not bigger than it. Oh, Digimon? I'm not even sure it's still on the list anymore.
I'm not even sure if it makes an anime anymore. I think it's only games now.
Yeah, I think they upgraded the list because I think it used to be any franchise that had $1 billion, and I think they've raised it to any franchise with $2 billion. And I don't think that I think that Digimon is
Dead.
in that. It's below the. Well, it's not dead. There's still games of it, but it's below $2 billion. However, Yokai Watch is on this list. It is at the near bottom. It is down there with The Chronicles of Narnia, Kung Fu Panda, Men in Black, Born, at 2.09. So, $1 billion. So it's like
Damn it.
very tiny in comparison. Oh boy.
Why does it always break around the fucking waterfalls?
I don't know. Some kind of physics interaction that's...
The game's not liking.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a big mushroom.
Oh, and Lego.
That's a big mushroom.
Yeah, so that was the other one. I was thinking of toys. Toys are in here. So.
We're on the island of misfit toys. Toys, toys.
I can't believe the Winx Club has more than $2 billion. So apparently, was it Resident Evil 7 that had the name Biohazard?
Yeah.
Did you know that that's the name of the franchise?
1,400 encounters.
Like Resident Evil's, like the other name for the Resident Evil franchise is Biohazard.
Yeah, that's it in different language.
Yeah. So it's weird to call it that game Biohazard, given that it's like in several countries it would just be called Biohazard. Biohazard.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I think that is the case.
I will always be happy though. Hamtaro is on this list. Digimon not on this list, which is sad. But Hamtaro is on this list.
And it's beating Digimon.
Yep. So are other things that you'd assume are dead. For example, Cabbage Patch Kids is on this list.
I think they still make toys.
They do. I can't believe it. Skylanders is on this list. Not Spyro. Skylanders.
I mean, it was popular. Like, it was kind of more popular than Disney Infinity. Like, Disney Infinity
Maybe.
copied from them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Disney Infinity did better, but that's my opinion.
Strawberry Shortcake's on this list, which again,
Sure.
yeah. Twilight is on this list.
Doesn't surprise me.
Seinfeld is on this list.
Also doesn't surprise me. I'm sure Stranger Things is on there somewhere in Walking Dead.
Beyblade. The Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory's still going.
Mamma Mia.
The game?
No, the movie.
Oh, yeah. I know.
How about this one? The Phantom of the Opera.
It's pretty common.
Yes, but it's also a fucking theater play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is a very popular
Like
theater play.
Yeah, it's popular, but you'd never. I would never expect it to be like in the like top franchises in the world popular.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I mean it has $6 billion. Like it's fucking insane.
Really, really popular play. Yeah, our streams are dead right now. Probably because people are enjoying Spider-Man 2.
As they should be.
And Mario. And
Oh,
Sonic.
by the way, one of the other ones,
1,500 encounters.
Paw Patrol.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, but it might surprise you that it's $14 billion.
Nope.
Like, it's huge. It's
I-
bigger
I-
than Frozen.
Yeah, I know it's like... It is the kids show right now.
It is bigger than Frozen.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't surprise me because A, it got a movie, and B, I knew it was, like, as popular as Baby Shark was.
Yeah, and obviously Pac-Man, which is not surprising. What is surprising to me is that it's $15 billion big.
That
Like-
would have been more.
No. Yeah, now the very interesting stuff is, it's the weird thing about Pokemon is it is the biggest media franchise by a lot, in terms of sales, no, in terms of overall sales. But in terms of number of copies of games, it is not. Think about what I just said there. Pokemon, the biggest media franchise in the world, a franchise that is most well known for its games, does not have the most games sold as a franchise. It is in fact only number 3.
What's 1 and 2?
Well, number 1 is Mario.
Okay.
So Mario sells more games than Pokemon, but Pokemon makes more money than Mario. Number 2 does not surprise me in any way. Tetris. It has released on every goddamn console since the beginning of time, and every PC, and most phones. Like, it can be played on almost everything. Tetris is I love how they worded this, because they're talking about Tetris, and they're like, it is the biggest media franchise to ever come out of, the biggest video game franchise to ever come out of Russia / the Soviet Union. It is also the biggest video game franchise not owned by Nintendo. It's like, oh, don't get them tempted. They could do that.
Yeah, I actually got Tetris for free on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because I got Switch Online, which came with Tetris for free. I still have to do money for like the DLC stuff, but I have the game for free. Have I played it? No. Will I play it? Eventually. I'm waiting to play it for the channel.
One of the other sad things, Digimon's not even on this list either. Spyro's on this list. Yakuza is on this list.
$1,700 encounters.
Frogger is on this list.
I mean, it's Frogger.
How in the fuck is that game on this list?
What?
Frogger.
It's Frogger.
Yeah. Who the fuck's bought Frogger?
Like, I want to own Frogger. Like, Frogger was the shit back in the day. Like, it was probably as popular as Pac-Man. Then maybe Dig Dug.
So now here's a question. So, Frogger is on this list. It's on here for $20 million. In terms of the games. Just the games. So, $20 million in sales for Frogger over its entire lifetime.
Okay.
How much do you think the Oregon Trail made over its entire lifetime?
50 million.
65.
Ooh, close.
The Oregon Trail
I've
has
never.
sold more money than the Civilization franchise.
What's that?
Civ 5, Civ 6.
Nope.
The games where Gandhi has nukes. You go onto a map and you play as a country and you try to take over the world.
I know of
You
one
found
game that
cities.
does that, but it's not civil.
Civilization.
It's like Crusader Kings.
Okay, yeah, no, it's nothing like that. Okay, let me try to put this in a better light then. Okay. Oregon Trail has sold more than Metroid.
Doesn't surprise me.
It's sold more than Far Cry.
Still doesn't surprise me.
It's sold more than Dark Souls.
Nope, doesn't surprise me.
How about God of War?
How much is God of War?
Tied.
Yeah, that's why I thought. I was like, if it's selling more than God of War, it's probably around tied.
It's tied with Dragon Ball. How's that for surprising? Dragon Ball has just barely sold more than the Oregon fucking Trail.
Probably because it's
Hey,
in universe.
Monstra, how you doing?
Yeah, you missed us getting our first shiny. I can't pronounce it. Our first shiny mushroom.
How about I go down some more games franchises that the Oregon Trail has sold more than? How about Crash Bandicoot? How about Destiny? How about Street Fighter?
That one surprises me.
Only 49 million in sales for Street Fighter.
Hmm.
How about Pac-Man? How about Uncharted?
Okay, it makes sense for Uncharted.
How about Spider-Man?
It sold more than Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man
Only
doesn't have
41 million in
Spider-Man
games.
doesn't have too many games.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, Monstro.
How about BioShock? Or Guitar Hero?
Both don't have very many games.
How about Harry Potter?
Same thing, not very many.
How about Fallout? And Mega Man? How about Kingdom Hearts?
It all sold Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts has only had $38 million in sales.
Okay.
It's been a week of nonstop resets. I want it to end. That's understandable. That is understandable, Monstro. You are playing with fire, man.
Yeah, guys, I hate
It's
this
so
sandwich.
awful.
I hate this sandwich so much.
How about Batman?
That one's a little surprising.
Batman only has around 35 million sales.
Yeah, like after the Arkham series ended, there wasn't very many Batman games.
How about the entire Shin Megami Tensei franchise, including Persona?
Okay, that one's just why. Okay, I'm done with Oregon Trail. Let's move on.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, I haven't even played Oregon Trail, and I know what it is. I want to play it.
Although one thing that it didn't outsell, I will say, it did not outsell Just Dance.
Oh, well, okay, Just Dance pretty popular. Especially after their Michael Jackson game.
Oh, but you know what? Here, going back to Dragon Ball, you know what is more popular in Dragon Ball, including Just Dance?
Barbie.
I don't think that has games enough to get on this list, but I'll keep looking. But Animal Crossing is. Animal Crossing has sold more than Dragon Ball.
That one doesn't surprise me. Anyway, I would very much like to talk about something else.
That is understandable. Okay, that's not fair. I'll end with this. This is not fair. One of the items on here is Wii. Because the Wii sports games and the Wii play games, that's a franchise. It was bundled with every fucking Wii. That's not fair.
I mean, the Wii games are really popular, like Wii Play, Wii Carnival.
Yeah, but one of them literally came free with a Wii. So that's
both of them did. Like,
yeah, it's like that's every single sale of a Wii came with one of those games. Like, how is that a fair? Like, Mario doesn't come with the Wii most of the time.
There was a Wii that
yeah,
did.
there's once in a while a special edition.
Like
but
the red Wii I have, that
yeah,
came with
they
the
have
Mario.
special editions, but yeah, like that's not fair. Most people bought Mario, separately. Most people do not buy the Wii games separately.
Well, people buy the Wii Sports game. That one's the best game. The other one that is roughly around the same level would be Wii Play.
Yeah,
because
that was the one that came with, right?
That's the one that came with the lightsaber game. 1,900 encounters.
Wow, this number is really high, actually.
It's because I'm getting a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm thinking of going to Legends to kick his ass. You're very not happy with Dialga. Just to be clear, Dialga isn't shiny locked in Brilliant Diamond, right?
Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl?
Yeah.
No?
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Because that is where he is shiny hunting it.
It's just a really hard.
Well, yeah,
shiny
it's
to
full
get.
odds, basically. It's just gonna suck ass.
Told you I've been encountering a lot of them. I'm almost to 2,000 encounters already.
Just walking forward. Just to be clear, we did not miss. I didn't miss one in the middle, right? We are still on number 2.
We are still on number 2. You would have heard me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't imagine I missed one. I mean, it's almost been 2 hours. It's like 1:52, so like we should be coming up on the second one relatively soon, given the normal rate.
To be fair, it was only one encounter in 40 minutes. Anyway, 2,000 encounters.
Yeah, that is the one thing, is that given how fast this hunt generates encounters, we are gonna do like 3,500 encounters.
Motherfucker.
So like, if we don't find it this stream, we're gonna be up to like 3,500. Well, actually, way more than that. Because it's not. We didn't start this hunt at the beginning of the stream. So like this.
Well, not this one.
Yeah, not this specific one. So it's like technically in one stream we could probably get like 6,000, maybe 5,000. But it's like,
yeah, because of the sheer number of them.
Yeah, it's just like the ludicrous number of Pokemon that you can just get.
I'm just happy we found one. If we can find one shiny a stream, I'll be happy.
Yeah. In this game, I don't think finding one a stream is an unreasonable expectation. Given that we've had several streams now where we've had 3 Pokemon.
Look at the number I stopped on.
Yep.
I stopped on 2023.
This is your argument. But yeah, it's... But no, yeah, given that we've had several thumbnails that have had 3 Pokemon on them, I don't think that should be unreasonable.
I'm waiting to find a shiny Salazzle or shiny Salandit.
Mm-hmm.
I do need a male shiny Salandit, I think.
I thought the males don't, or are you just getting it because you want both?
I don't know if I want both.
I was gonna say, because aren't the males the ones that can't evolve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already have that evolution, that's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Like, I think I gave up my shiny Salandit for Salazzle because it was female. I was like, nope, I'm getting shiny Salazzle right now.
That one makes sense, where it's just like, okay, I need to confirm I can actually evolve this.
So I actually don't care if I get another male or female.
Yeah.
I think I said male because I thought there was a gender difference. There's not.
Yeah. The gender difference is one does not evolve. Which is a bad gender difference. I don't know. Like I said, I don't care how much I dislike the Pokemon who can't evolve because of gender.
2,100 encounters.
That's not to say I don't dislike having gender-specific evolutions. I'm fine with that. I just hate that there are some Pokemon that can't evolve because there isn't a gender-specific evolution for them.
Yeah, there's
like,
not
for
like
example,
a male version of Salandit.
Yeah, like, for example, it was very annoying for the longest time that you could not evolve. Well, I mean, you could evolve male Gardevoir, or male Curlia into Gardevoir, but that would be fucking stupid. Why would you do that?
Yeah, evolve into Glade.
You evolve it into Glade instead. I argue they should have just made that a gendered evolution. Like, Glade should just be the male-only evolution of Curlia, and Gardevoir should be the female-only evolution of Curlia. They should have done the same thing with Nidoran. That Nidorino should be the male-only evolution of
That was the
Nidoran.
original game.
Yeah, but they could have fixed it. Like, there's no reason they can't just make, like, Nidoran, male and female, the same Pokemon, other than they'd have to renumber every single Pokemon. But it's like, they could just make male and female Nidoran one Pokemon. And the males are the purple ones, and the females are the blue ones. And so it's like, Nidoran evolves into Nidorino or Nidorina based on gender.
But yeah, they're not gonna fix that.
No.
That would fuck over their numbering system.
I mean, they could hold on. They could make it simple. They can fix it easily. Just add in the baby Kangaskhan as its own Pokemon. Then they only have to shift Gen 1. That should be easy.
Fuck this stupid back button.
Back button is always great. No problems whatsoever.
It is too fucking small.
Yeah.
Like, they did make it bigger. It is better than
Yeah.
before.
If one day we ever get a tablet, that would be something good to install on said tablet, so that it has a bigger button, because the app is literally bigger.
I did have a tablet. I had 2 of them at one point, and they both broke.
Mm-hmm. I don't like seeing a large congregation of those engines, given that they're very well known for just running full speed at you.
Yeah, they're aggressive.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't like seeing more than one of them. I don't like seeing any of them.
2,200 encounters. So I actually learned another interesting thing about tarantulas today.
About what now?
Tarantulas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So even though they're big and threatening,
Yep.
they don't actually seek to bite you.
Nope.
So this guy, he handled, it is poisonous, but the venom is like a bee sting.
Mm-hmm.
And so is the bite. The bite is not terrible. So it was a female, which is a bigger, it's a blonde, hairy tarantula.
Yeah. Protecting its children, probably.
Sorry, blonde desert tarantula.
Yeah.
So the blonde desert tarantula, there's a male and a female.
Yep.
And the females are bigger than the males.
Yep.
But the males are usually more aggressive.
Yep.
The female bit him, but the male did not.
Yeah.
And the male's typically more aggressive.
Yep.
So even though he was trying to coax a bite from the male, he could only get it from the female twice. But even still, it was not bad. Not to say there isn't a worse bite than a blonde desert tarantula.
I mean, yeah, you could get bit by a shark or bit by a lion.
No, I'm saying a worse spider bite.
Oh, yeah. I mean, technically, if daddy longlegs could bite you, they would instantly kill you. They just can't bite you.
But it has to be a real aggressive type of spider.
Yeah.
To get a bite.
Yep. It's funny because I've been watching.
And there are aggressive spiders.
Yeah.
Like, just tarantulas typically aren't. That's why people have them as pets.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've watched some videos about a guy, a guy who does wasp and hornet removal.
Yeah.
And he talks a lot about that kind of stuff because people just have, they just have misunderstandings about how they work. And so it's just like, I can go in and, he goes in and describes the difference between here's this yellow jacket species and here's this hornet species.
Hornets are more aggressive than like bees.
They can be, but a lot of them aren't. The weird thing is that a lot of them are actually very docile. Like there are a lot of very docile yellow jackets and hornets that just don't attack you unless they specifically are threatened.
And that's usually if you're around their
but there's some
hive or
there's
their
some in
eggs.
there's some in his videos he can pick up the entire nest and carry it around and they still will not attack him. Like they literally are that docile. People just look at
it's probably because they're used to being handled.
No, they're wild.
Wild?
Yeah, he does wild removals out of people's houses and stuff. They are literally they are not domesticated. They're just that peaceful. And he doesn't use any sprays. He doesn't calm them down in any way. It's just he just goes in, picks up the nest, carries it away, and they're just like, yeah. It's like
I think it's labeling. It's because of the killer bees that were introduced to the environment by accident.
Yeah, exactly. People get and people also have misunderstandings of wasps and hornets and yellow jackets because of bees. People assume that you kill the queen, and that'll stop the hive entirely.
No.
And no, bees are the only ones that do that. For bees, if the queen dies, the hive is fucked. For hornets,
for wasps and hornets, no, they'll keep coming at you.
Yeah, for wasps and hornets, they just another queen. The males are actually infertile. The queen lays almost all female eggs. And the females are the workers. There's also queens. So if she dies, just one of the female workers can just become a queen. It's just no. It works completely differently. The other thing is that, one of the things you talked about in a recent video is cold, wasps are not actually affected by the cold. People assume that,
oh, really? That I didn't know.
Yeah, people assume that, all the wasp nests around my house stop having wasps in them around wintertime, so it must be the cold temperature. No, it's literally just a cycle. It's an internal bodily cycle. No, it's literally the life cycle of the queen. So the queens just die. They only live for a year or two. And so they just die around that time. And then all the new queens go out and hibernate. They just go out and find a place and just hibernate for the winter. So it's the entire reason the nests die is not because of the weather directly. It's because the queen dies after laying all the eggs for her children, and then the children leave.
2,400 encounters.
And then that nest is almost always not reused.
Yeah, wasps abandon their nests.
Yeah. Now, the next year, new wasps might move into an old nest.
Yes.
So they will reuse year to year, but it's not the same wasp. It's not like the daughters come back and use the same nest that their parents came from.
No.
Like, it's just random. A random wasp will be like, oh, there's a nest here. Sure, I'll use it.
Yeah, they're very not... They're not that wasteful.
Yeah.
I like how we went back to talking about basically field biology again.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing a game about catching creatures, and is that really that surprising?
No.
But yeah, yeah, no, wasps are very interesting.
Yeah, so would you think the supernatural might fall into the category of the environment, field biology?
No. Again, the fundamental problem is field biologists are scientists. The core thing comes back to mythological studies are almost more religious in nature than they are scientific in nature. In that mythological studies are more about belief in creatures and analyzing, like, and trying to look at, like, oh, well, these signs of this creature indicate this thing. And science does that to an extent, but they do it by direct study. And you can't direct study a mythological creature. Like, you just say, well, these things are attributes of the mythological creature, and so we'll study those things. But you never actually directly study the mythological creature, because that would require you to find one.
2,500 encounters.
But there are things that like cryptozoologists and stuff take from scientists. They do try to be more scientific in their approach. So, but yeah, it doesn't become field biology until it becomes a proven existing creature, and then it could become a field biologist thing, because then it could be studied in its natural habitat.
I mean, we do kind of have proof of ghosts.
We have proof that unexplained phenomena happens, but we don't have proof of the cause of those unexplained phenomena. It's similar to the thing where it's the similar reason why the government renamed UFO to UAP.
Yeah,
it's because there is provable things where there is provable events where there was an unidentified aerial projectile, some kind of
flying object.
Well, yeah, but that's the problem. UFO stands for unidentified flying object. It's literally the exact same thing as unidentified aerial projectile. But when you say UFO, you think aliens. Because culture has turned UFO into aliens. So that's why they created a new name for it. Because the goal was, we're not saying these are aliens. We're saying there was an object flying in the sky, and we do not know the source of it.
Yeah, we don't... if it is alien in nature, it could be just a probe of some sort.
Yeah, it's like it could be outer space in nature, but it could just be a weather balloon enthusiast who didn't, like, register their object being in a certain space. It could just be some random insect that we are not aware of, or any number of things. So it's like, and that's the difference.
What's interesting is there are some cases of like UFOs or UAPs that do classify in cryptid zoology.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean...
Specifically rods.
Yeah, that's the thing, is, I mean, let's be honest. There is no difference between cryptozoology and alien studies. In terms of, like...
Yeah, it's just aliens
are
they're space cryptids.
Yeah, exactly. That's the idea of a cryptid. Cryptid almost has a similar connotation to, like, yokai or monster, where it's like, it is just a creature that has unknown properties and unknown origin. And generally, cryptids are Earth-related. But
2,600 encounters.
as you said, yeah, aliens are just space cryptids. Dang it! Now I'm gonna have to go back to my categorization of dragons and trying to redo dragon lore. Dang it, man! I don't want to do lore work right now.
Didn't mean to do that. Already at 2,700 encounters. That's how many I was encountering.
Yeah, I mean, it's really easy to get to that high of number. By the way, we're at 2 hours and 10 minutes. Also, I'm going to go get something to drink because I am feeling tired.
Why? I was wondering why Miraidon was juddering a bit. I think it was because we were on rocky terrain and the wind physics. It was making it look weird. Yeah, we found the first one within 3,000 encounters. And we are getting there with the next 3,000. Six minutes left. $2,800 encounters.
Nearly falling over power strips. It's actually an interesting question. What are eels?
What are eels?
Yeah, they just count as like an invertebrate.
They are a fish.
Do they directly count as a fish?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Let's find out. I shall test younger bro's knowledge.
Pretty sure it's just an elongated fish. Like,
Yeah, eels are ray-finned fish.
And some of them, even though they classify as an eel, they also classify as a lungfish.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I knew. Like, I can't remember. Is it the electric eel that counts as a lungfish?
Here we go. So according to this, the term eel is also used for some other eel-shaped fish, such as electric eels, spiny eels, swamp eels, and deep-sea spiny eels. However, these evolved their eel-like shape independently from true eels. So yeah, electric eels, not an eel.
Yep, lungfish. $2,900 encounters.
Actually, these ones are knife fish.
Must have reclassified it.
Could be. Or it's the opposite.
Or Jeremy Wade was wrong because that's where I got that from.
Yeah. It's also possible that there's two different groups that are independent.
It's not an electric eel. Isn't there a river eel? Freshwater eel?
Yeah, electric eels are freshwater.
Yeah, I knew
they're
that.
tropical
But
freshwater,
I'm
but-
saying, is there just a normal freshwater eel that isn't electrified?
I can look that up. Let's look up this list. The fire eel. It is a freshwater fish found in Southeast Asia.
Didn't know about it. $3,000 encounters. Yeah, we found the last shiny within 3,000 encounters, so I wasn't expecting to find it again until around 3,000.
Yeah.
Like, even though, like, they are shredding, like, Snom's encounter rate, it's only because of the sheer number of them.
So it is, according to this, only the ray-finned fish, including the American eel, those are the only ones that are freshwater. So, in other words, all real eels are marine. They all come from the ocean.
Am I thinking of a lamprey that counts as a lungfish? I can't remember.
I can look up lungfish. Let's do that.
Yeah, you'd think a lamprey would be a type of eel, and it's not.
Yeah, you're talking about the things that are like the large versions of the things on the bottom of fish tanks. Those like
I'm
kind of
talking
fish.
about lamprey.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's a lungfish.
Yes.
The lungfish are basically the larger versions of the things that are on the bottom of fish tanks.
Yes. Because lamprey do the same things.
Yeah.
They're suckerfish. Oh. Belly bolt. I didn't know it spawned here.
Yeah, lamprey, sometimes inaccurately called lamprey eels, are jawless fish.
Oh, I ran out of my sandwich. Must have just ran out. I'm trying to remember what Jeremy Wade said. It looks like this creature, but it actually classifies as a lungfish. I think he was talking about lamprey.
Could be. I'm not seeing any talk of lungfish, but wouldn't surprise me. This will probably be the last sandwich we do, guys.
God, there was a lot. There was some lag there.
Jeez.
Why does it look shinier? Like, you
It
see
hasn't-
that reflection?
Yeah, it has improved shiny rates. Don't question the shiny cheese. I thought you were gonna drop it. That's like, Every time you do these sandwiches, I feel like that girl for Nichijou. Just, Just absolute shock.
Yeah, guys, I have not had time at all to work on Scarlet Violet. But again, we're still finding shinies faster than Sword and Shield. Like what? We barely got to our 10th hunt in Sword and Shield?
I can look that up.
Like we had a couple hunts. But I think we only had around like 10 to 15 hunts. And this one we barely started Scarlet and Violet and we're already like on our way to 10 hunts. Like I think this is hunt like number 5. $3,100 encounters.
Okay, so let's see. We had Grookey. We had Rookidee. We had Nickit. Score Bunny. Snom.
But they all individually took forever.
Gossifleur, Sobble. Wooloo. Eight. We had 8 hunts. That's it.
Speaking of Snom.
Yep.
But
So yeah, only 8
we
families.
didn't even have 10?
No, 8. Meanwhile, in this game, we have had Smoliv, Bramblin. We've technically already done the Orthworm because we got that one for free.
That was a random encounter, though.
True. Little. And now Nacli. So 4/5 if you want to count the random encounter. Because technically we didn't really have any random encounters in Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So.
No, we had a random encounter. We had Stunky.
Well, I'm saying random encounters from that gen. I'm only counting Pokemon that were actually unique to that gen. So. That's why I'm also not counting the random encounters we got in this game. So yeah, and I'm also not counting Kilowattrel since we didn't get its whole
But
line.
there is 3,200 encounters. Like, for Sword and Shield, it had gaps, long gaps between each hunt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This one barely.
We're like at 5. Like what? This is 8 videos. We're at 8 videos, and we've had 4 to 5 hunts. One of which is a random encounter.
Yeah, in Sword and Shield, we had 80 videos.
Yeah, we had like 80 videos and only had 8 hunts. It's like, yeah, that's a pain in so many asses.
Yeah, I've just been encountering so many of these, and that's why Encounter Power Level 2 is so good.
Yep.
Like, again, you get a lot of encounters, but it's also bad for the counter. Because, again, we're up to 3,000 encounters. But that's because, again, the sheer number of encounters that we're getting at any given time. It is a lot. Guys, it is a lot. Yeah, I'm just happy we found one. Where are we at in terms of time?
We're at about 2:30. So, about half an hour. So,
Yeah, shiny.
we could end it at 10:30, or we could go the whole time.
We can go full time.
Okay.
Okay, don't go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I just know that we usually set 10:30 as approximately our cutoff time. So it's like we can, but it kind of flexes. So
We're at 2:30 right now.
we're at 2:30 and it's 10:27. So it's like, eh. With any other, with Sword and Shield, for example, 30. If we had 30 minutes left, it's like we're not gonna find anything this stream. With this game, it's like we could find it and find another Pokemon. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, I don't know.
Oh, by the way, guys, we will go ahead and say we're trending a little bit on Facebook still. We are almost to 1,000 interactions with our Jujutsu Kaisen post. But that's only because I shared it to a Jujutsu Kaisen group, and they are loving it. They're loving it more than any other group. Like, we did not get this amount of reaction. I thought that was shiny Pyroar. We did not get this amount of reaction when I shared other things to specific groups, like Dragon Ball, not as much. Like Pokemon, not as much. 3,400 encounters. So, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen group, very, very reactive. Like, last time I checked, it was like 994 likes or loves. So that is insane. I've never seen anything trend that much unless it was on TikTok. But then again, that was views, not necessarily likes. But I just find it funny because it doesn't seem to be affecting our YouTube in any way. I think we gained like 1 sub from it. Yeah, thank you to everybody who's making that post popular. Okay. $3,500 encounters. $3,600 encounters.
Lord, this one is bad.
Yeah, it's worse than the last one. Even though it has a really high spawn rate, it doesn't seem like it wants to give me another shiny. After I already found one. I'm waiting to find a shiny Pyroar or Litten. I don't have either. Yeah, I don't know if we'll encounter a shiny evolved form of the mushroom. Because it is very, very rare to see something like that. You usually get... You usually get the pre-evolved form rather than the evolved form. $3,700 encounters. 3,800 encounters. Three 3,900 encounters.
Oh, Lord. By the way, we're at 2:45 in time. So,
Yeah.
we'll probably just call it whenever the sandwich runs out. Or 3 hours, depending on... I think that you'll run out of the sandwich before 3 hours.
Yeah. 4,000 encounters.
Yeah, the one thing that really sucks about dragons is they're so poorly defined that it's hard to even get pictures of what you're looking for. So, for example, I've said on the channel a couple times that J.K. Rowling got the basilisk wrong, and what she actually used was a worm. That is technically true. It is also technically false, because there is no consistent meaning on what those words mean. So there are a lot of people, when you look up the basilisk, you will get a picture of J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter snake creature. And that has existed for several hundred years. And there's also pictures of the cockatrice that appears. Same creature. And also there's pictures of things like the Tarrasque. And by the Tarrasque, I mean the old school Tarrasque that has 8 legs. Not the modern Tarrasque by D&D, which has like 4 legs. So you can see how these words, I can say something and be correct, and also be completely wrong.
4,100.
So this is why I'm just like, okay, I think I need to go through and make some defining rules. More than I need to even before I even set what. Before I even try to set which types of dragons are which, I just need to say what a dragon is. I need to have a set rule. So, for example, I think I'm just going to say that snake-like things are not dragons. They are reptiles. Any of the underwater ones, giant eels. Again, snake-like. Those are reptiles. Any of the tiny winged dragons that aren't I think they're generally called amphitheaters. They're like the tiny things that are they're basically weird bird kind of things. Not dragons. We'll just push out all the stuff and just start recategorizing.
If they look like a dragon, they're just smaller. It could still be a dragon, just a
yeah. Well, they have
kind.
those. That's the thing. Those are called dragonettes. Those are usually the ones that are mounts. They're literally just tiny dragons. But these are things that are trying to think of a good way to describe it. Imagine something like the size of a phoenix. Or maybe even smaller than the phoenix. Like just a tiny bird. But it's kind of reptile-ish. That's an amphitheater. It's basically just like a reptile bird. It's just no.
4,200 encounters.
So it's like, yeah, that's the thing is like I think I need to taxonomically define this, and more go into. And I think I want to do taxonomy by body shape, like old school taxonomy before we went into like DNA studies, but just like all the underwater sea serpents, those are just eel related things. Any of the like giant snake basilisks, those are snakes. We're going back to like snake definitions. And that breaks us down into standard dragons, dragonettes, drakes, wyverns. And that kind of stuff can fit.
We have Drakes, but what about Josh's?
Yeah, we don't talk about those. Those aren't supported. Those are outside the canon of this. They're outside of the lore of this universe.
Okay, we have run out of sandwich.
When did we go into offline mode, or do you just turn it off sometime?
Nope. Oh, it's because I opened and closed the game.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Okay, guys, I think we'll call it there for today. I'm getting tired.
Sounds like a good plan.
All right, the timer has stopped. So that's going to be it for today's episode. So like and subscribe to YouTube and Twitch. Comment to the videos. Do read them. Follow on Twitch. We are at 4,260 encounters, and we'll see you guys in the next shiny hunt. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.